Worst field day thunderstorm. There was a mighty wind.
A mighty wind.
Okay, mighty wind. We got a story for Scott here. He wants to know the worst field day thunderstorm.
I'm out on this one. This is you two.
Okay. I'll start it out. So this was,
I can't even tell this story without laughing.
This was about 10 years ago. I think 2012, 2013, maybe.
Something
thereabouts.
Like
thereabouts. About 10. It was about give or take. And we were set up in a public park in townish here. And we borrowed a couple of these big carport shelters from a local Boy Scout troop. And we got everything all set up, and it was a hot day, and it was a really windy day. It was probably, the winds were gusting, 20, 25 miles an hour. So,
which was not a problem. We had everything was secure.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, we had everything guide down nice in the leading edge of the wind that kept on coming. From, I don't know what it was. It must have been coming from the south or something.
What was that? I think that was southwest, something like that.
Yeah, from the southwest or something like that. And we were good. It was beautiful. It was a nice, beautiful sunny day. Started to cloud up overnight. And I think it was about 10 or 10:30 at night or so.
We lit up some bug killers.
Yeah, we were sitting there working. I was working phone, and I had these big noise canceling headphones on, and I couldn't hear a stinking thing. Evidently, I don't know. The easiest way to kind of explain it is that there was a line of thunderstorms coming, and they were fast moving.
None of us noticed.
None of us noticed because we weren't really paying attention to the radar, because we weren't expecting this to happen. But it built up fast, and it was moving fast. And we got a gust front the opposite direction, while everything just sort of let loose out of the sky. And these carports that were guyed on one side flipped all the way over. It just rolled right
over.
Took
a couple of tables with it, because we bungeed the tables to it too, to help hold it down.
Tables and radios and computers and cables and wire, and it's raining buckets and buckets and buckets, and the power supplies are standing in pools of water, and somebody's yelling, kill the generator, and everything goes dark.
Thankfully, we did have a permanent structure that, we opened a trailer. We just started chucking everything into it. But there was a mighty wind, followed by
a mighty wind,
buckets of water.
This was not caused by chili, folks. Okay,
no.
This was not Michael's cooking.
So if you go to WVRAclub.org, the Wisconsin Valley Radio Association, if you look in the photo section from about 10 years ago, the aftermath is documented.
I forgot about that.
Radios at awkward angles so everything can drain out, fans
blowing,
covers taking off, power supplies. All the equipment survived. Equipment survived, but
everything,
man, a mess.
Heck, even that Raspberry Pi that I had set up for our blogging server survived, and that thing was just strapped to a dish.
I think
it's a Raspberry Pi. Even $20 is $20, right?
Right, but it survived.
I got it.
Okay,
there it is. There we go. There's the carnage.
The mighty wind.
The mighty wind.
So now, every year for Field Day, we always nominate someone to be the official weather spotter.
Yep.
Yes.
Just saying.
So that, Scott, is we'll pull this up, worst Field Day thunderstorm.
It got out of control real quick.
The mighty wind. What made it really funny was Jerry wasn't there when this happened. He came in the next morning, and behind the person taking this picture was a shelter that was attached to the park that we had access to, and everything was laid out in there. And he walked in and looked at it and said, "What happened?" And Michael said, "There was a wind.
There was a wind.
Mighty wind."
Like the ancients talk about it, the mighty wind. The same wind that drowned the Edmund Fitzgerald, apparently. I don't know.
But it came up as fast as it left as fast as it came up, because it was just that big 40-some mile an hour gust front that just came through, wiped everything out. We had buckets of rain for about a half hour, and then if that, so everything was drenched, and oh man, what a mess. Yeah, we had to try to sort and clean everything up by headlights. I think it took us about 2 hours, and we just said, "Yeah, we're done for the night."
But I remember you. I remember Jerry coming in and looking at the carnage, like, what the hell happened? And you just went, "There was a wind."
A wind.
A mighty wind.
We were wrestling bears, Jerry. What do you think happened?
Oh, it was
hilarious.
bad. So,
but it was hilarious too.
Yep. So field day with us is always like an experience. Something's going to happen.
Yes. What happened last year other than it rained?
Well, we had that. Yeah, we had a freak thunderstorm that time too. I remember throwing blankets down on top of radios. And
I think bugs tried to carry you away.
Oh, yeah, it was buggy. It wasn't. Thankfully, it wasn't unbearably hot.
No, but I just kept the fire going all day, and that helped keep them under control. I mean, if I built one right now, they'd probably go away.
Yeah, but we had that mid-afternoon thunderstorm that kind of dampened our spirits for a little bit. But
dampened.
We've had other years. We've had hail.
Didn't we have a tornado warning one year?
I think we did. I think there was one year, everybody went out and spotted for a couple hours, so we had to shut everything down as there was nobody around, and so it's invariably something's going to happen.
1 year they launched the Yagi into space, but anyways, there was an unfortunate incident with the Yagi and a pneumatic mast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, where we launched. They got stuck and just. And then, poof.
Well, so. You got got to go to the backstory. So our club has got one of these pneumatic masts off of a television microwave truck. We just we don't have the truck. We just have the mast, and we'd strap it down onto a flatbed trailer, and everything was great. So we get we get everything rigged up on this pneumatic mast, 6 meter beam. I don't know if we stacked we didn't. We just had the 6 meter beam on it. Yeah, we just had
stack the 20 with it.
Well, usually we'll stack 6 2 meter and then 440, but I think we got lazy this year and own.
Oh, you're right. The 20 meters usually on the Roan.
Yeah, that's on the other tower. Or maybe we did have them all. I think we did stack the 6 meter and a 2 meter. So it was all rigged and ready to go, and we'd just inflate it. But we couldn't find the rotor control cable. It was missing. So I said, well, in my infinite wisdom, I said, oh, we'll just leave the mast loose inside the rotor and tie a rope, and we'll just kind of swivel it around Armstrong style.
We'll Armstrong it.
That sounds like a great idea. That'll work just fine. So we start to inflate the mast, and it's climbing and it's climbing and it's climbing and it's climbing. And remember earlier in the show we were talking about lubrication for extendable whips. Well, the seals were gunked up, so a section
they were unlubed.
One of the sections started to bind, and we're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting, and pressure's starting to build in this mast. And it says, and I say to the guy standing next to me, I says, "Don't worry, it'll pop and break itself free." Well, it popped and broke itself free, and the force propelled the 6 and 2 meter antenna up another 3 feet, and then it came straight back down and crashed into this guy's flatbed trailer, punched a hole.
It had a hole in it. Thankfully, again, no one got hurt.
Nobody got hurt, and I think we were at a scout camp too, so there was kids around. The kids, yeah, the kids are cheering. They're yelling, "Do it again! Do it again!" And the poor 6 meter is a 5-element beam. It's like this.
Not always an advantage, you know.
So, oh man, I think we got it. We got it fixed. It's working. So yeah. we've used that antenna.
We just flipped it the other way and launched it again.
Yeah, we've used it for several field days since. So, oh my gosh. KB9VBR antennas are simple, effective, and affordable VHF and UHF antennas for amateur radio, MERS, public safety, and GMRS. Made in the USA with quality parts. Get yours online at jpole-antenna.com.